What's up, boys and girls? How have you been? Well, today we will be working with the Sherlock Holmes Museum. Vamos ver algumas curiosidades, algumas informações sobre o Museu do Sherlock Holmes. Pedi para vocês como homework fazer o exercise number 3. You had to observe the pictures and then write sentences using when, using the simple past and the past continuous. Na letter A, vocês tinham lá uma imagem, e aí, aparentemente, era um computador que pegou fogo. What can you say about this? He was doing homework, he was surfing the net, he was using the computer when the computer caught fire. Na sentence B, ou na picture B, tem lá um jogo de tênis que foi interrompido pela chuva. You can say that they were playing tennis when it started to rain. Na picture C, tem alguém roubando uma TV. Then you have steal and police officer arrive. The thief was stealing a TV when the police officer arrived. Quando o policial chegou. Letter D. Tem lá have picnic and eat. Na foto, o cachorro está comendo carne. They were having a picnic when the dog ate the meat. Eles estavam fazendo um piquenique quando o cachorro comeu a carne. Finalmente, na letter E, tem lá o menino assistindo TV e aí arrive. Provavelmente é o pai dele. Então, the boy was watching TV when his father arrived. Na página 358, eu pedi o exercício número 4. Explain the difference between the following sentences. Tinha lá as duas, cada uma das frases. Letter A. When Rob came home, Kim was cooking dinner. Number 2. When Rob came home, Kim cooked dinner. Na primeira frase, a Kim começou a fazer ou preparar o jantar antes do Rob chegar. E na segunda frase, ela só começou a preparar o jantar quando ele chegou. Na letter B. When the rain stopped, Greg rode his bike to work. Number 2. When the rain stopped, Greg was riding his bike to work. Na primeira frase, o Greg começou a pedalar para o trabalho quando a chuva parou. E na segunda frase, o Greg começou a andar de bicicleta para o trabalho, ou ir de bicicleta, só ou antes da chuva ter parado. Na primeira foi depois, na segunda frase foi antes. Letter C. When the traffic light changed, Pam was crossing the street. Number 2. When the traffic light changed, Pam crossed the street. Na primeira frase, a Pam começou a atravessar a rua antes do semáforo mudar a cor. Na segunda frase, a Pam começou a cruzar a rua somente depois que a luz do semáforo mudou de cor. Vocês também tinham que fazer os exercícios 1 até o 4 da página da Interaction, na página 358. Então, o que vocês tinham que fazer mesmo era o número 1. O 2, 3 e o 4 era a interação entre você e um colega. Vocês tinham que escrever, então, 3 frases usando o modelo I was when. Coloquei aqui, então, exemplos aleatórios. I was doing my homework when my friend called me. Estava fazendo meu homework quando meu amigo me ligou. Letter B. I was going home from the supermarket when I met my friend. Estava indo para casa do supermercado quando encontrei meu amigo. I was having the best dream ever when the alarm rang. Estava tendo o melhor sonho de todos os tempos. Foi aí que o alarme tocou. Ok? Bom, vamos dar uma olhada então lá na história do museu. Algumas informações do Museum, the Sherlock Holmes Museum. So let's take a look at this. This is page 359 The Sherlock Holmes Museum in London. So here. According to the stories written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes and Dr. John W. Watson lived at 21B Baker Street from 1881 to 1904. The house is protected by the government due to its special architectural and historical interest. The first floor study overlooking Baker Street and is faithfully maintained for prosperity as it was kept in Victorian times. De acordo com as histórias do Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, o Sherlock Holmes e o Watson viveram nesse endereço, 221B da Baker Street, de 1881 até 1904. A casa é protegida pelo governo devido ao seu interesse especial e arquitetônico relacionado a esse lugar. O primeiro andar dá uma visão geral da Baker Street e segue fielmente as características que ela tinha na época do período vitoriano, ou seja, quando a rainha da Elizabeth era a rainha Vitória. Step back in time and when you visit London, remember to visit the world's most famous address, 221B Baker Street, the official home of Sherlock Holmes. Voltando no tempo, cada vez que você for a Londres, ou quando você for a Londres, lembre-se de visitar o endereço mais famoso do mundo, 221B na Baker Street, a casa oficial do Sherlock Holmes. Open every day of the year except Christmas Day from 9:30 to 6 p.m. É aberto todos os dias do ano, menos no Natal, das 9:30 da manhã até as 6 da tarde. Admission. Adults pay £15 and children pay £10. Children are considered 16 years or younger. O preço seria 15 libras para adultos, 10 libras para crianças. É considerado crianças quem tem menos de 16 anos. So I would like you to take a look here at this exercise number 2. Answer the questions according to the text. Give complete answers. Para vocês fazerem isso, é importante que vocês olhem isso aqui, ó. In time. Prepositions of time. Para falar de tempos ou de horários, a preposição que eu uso vai ser at. Então eu uso at e o horário. Então at 9 a.m., at noon, at midnight. Eu vou usar for mais um período de tempo. For 10 weeks, for 10 years. Vou usar on antes de dias ou de datas que contenha dias. Então, on Tuesdays, on November the 9th, on my birthday, on New Year's Day. Nesse exercício, então, vocês vão responder essas perguntas daqui. Questions A, B, C, D and E. São 5 perguntas sobre o texto que acabamos de ler. Por favor, respondam que nós vamos corrigir in a moment. Ah, que beleza. Eu não tenho a opção de digitar aqui. Okay. All right. So, I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to give you the answers for this, okay? So, let's take a look. Number 2. Exercise A, question A. Let's take a look. What was Sherlock's address? The address, it's easy. It was, let me write here for you. It sounds better. It was 221B Baker Street. (2021B Baker Street). Question B. How long did Sherlock and Watson live? Let me put here letter A. How long did Sherlock and Watson live at the same address. Por quanto tempo? De 1881 a 1904. So that will be 23 years. They lived there for 23 years. Letter C. What is the only day of the year that the museum is closed? O único dia que está fechado. It's on Christmas Day, o dia de Natal. Letter D. At what time does the museum open? You can say that it opens at 9:30 a.m. às 9:30 da manhã. If you are 7, how much do you pay for the ticket? Se você tem 7 anos, qual é o valor que você vai pagar? You are going to pay 10 pounds. Okay? So if we move to the next part, which will be here. Exercise number 2, 359, the reviews. Some people, let me show you this. Some people have been went to London, visited the Sherlock Holmes Museum and gave their opinion about it. Listen and read their opinions. Então vamos ouvir essas opiniões aqui.
Latest 7 reviews of the Sherlock Holmes Museum by William. Let's not beat around the bush. The museum isn't going to take hours to go around. I've never been a big fan of Sherlock Holmes, but I'm really fond of the Victorian era, and surely I wasn't disappointed. The staff members are really friendly, and the shop has some nice items. I bought a beautiful writing book. This isn't a museum I would go back to time and time again. There is little chance of it changing, and little chance I'll learn much more from more visits. However, I recommend the museum. By 55 Bird.
It is expensive, but we were lucky to have found a 2-for-1 voucher in a local paper. There was attention to detail in all the room settings, and we were allowed to try on hats and other garments for our own photo shoot. The staff members were extremely helpful and informative, though not many visitors were making best use of their knowledge. My relative from Australia thought the visit was worth paying every penny.
By Travel and Teach 1. The £15 entry per person is too much for some wax models and artifacts behind glass. The highlight was posing with some detective hats in the lounge. Take a picture with the front door and move on. By Sarah T.
We really enjoyed our visit here, from the Victorian policeman outside the door to the fantastic attention to detail inside. The number of visitors allowed to enter was very well controlled, so we got to see everything easily in a very relaxed way. The only downside is the price.
By Juliana S.
This museum is a gift shop and a 3-story home with all the props you see in Sherlock Holmes. I'm a big fan, so I enjoyed it very much. But if you're not, you won't think it is worth it. The entrance fee is high.
By Simon. This is basically a Sherlock Holmes gift shop and a 3-story Victorian home with Victorian antiques on display. Very few of the items on display are connected with the Sherlock Holmes character or Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. For what's offered, it's way overpriced. By Laura.
I took 2 children there recently, aged 12 and 14, and they absolutely loved it. Handy buses and tube nearby, wonderful gift shop, and most helpful staff.
Okay, guys, so we heard some reviews about people who visited the Sherlock Holmes Museum. So a review, it's a short article that someone writes expressing their opinion about something. É você dar a sua opinião, expressar a sua opinião sobre o que você achou de um lugar, ok? Então, com essas informações, eu quero que vocês façam como homework o seguinte: vocês vão visitar esse site aqui, Sherlock Holmes Exhibition, e vão explorar esse site, viu? O que tem de bom lá, o que dá para fazer, se tem vídeos, que informações vocês conseguem lá. E aí vocês vão escrever uma pequena revisão sobre ele, usando lá o que vocês têm na página 360. Peguem os modelos que tem na página 360, das revisões que as pessoas fizeram no Sherlock Holmes sobre o museu, e aí vocês vão dar a opinião de vocês. I like it, it's useful, lots of interesting information, cool stuff, ok? Façam isso que na próxima aula nós vamos conferir todos juntos, ok? So, once again, thanks a lot for watching the video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.